Welcome to the debate. Today, we're diving into a really culturally loaded question. Self-care or selfish? The great Malaysian debate.
Right. It's a huge one.
Yeah. Imagine, a nurse working a 12-hour shift at a crowded government hospital. If she sits down for 5 minutes, is she abandoning her patients? Or is she just making sure she doesn't drop the next tray of medication?
It's tough, right? Because I'll be taking the stance today that for a lot of people, taking that break feels, well, completely selfish.
And I'll be arguing the exact opposite, that it is a vital responsibility. We are grounding this debate in MindfulGym. It's an evidence-based mindfulness program created by consultant psychiatrist Dr. Phang Cheng.
Right. And it's customized for Malaysia's multi-ethnic community, which is great. But I have to push back immediately on this idea of responsibility.
Oh?
Yeah. If we look at the reality on the ground, everyday breadwinners, gig workers, a mom juggling kids and aging parents, stepping away doesn't feel responsible.
Yeah, I hear that.
It feels like a betrayal of duty. If an exhausted delivery rider pulls over to rest, well, the bills don't pay themselves. The burden just falls onto someone else's shoulders.
See, I think it only feels like a betrayal if you view self-care as like an escape rather than a biological requirement.
A biological requirement?
Exactly. Dr. Phang has this great mantra, self-care is we care. The logic is purely functional. You simply cannot pour from an empty vessel. We culturally label rest as a selfish luxury, but it's really the physical and emotional replenishment you need to sustain long-term care for the people relying on you.
That sounds nice in theory. But the problem is that word replenishment, right? It sounds like an imported luxury.
What do you mean by imported luxury?
Like, it sounds like an expensive weekend getaway or a spa day. For a stressed university student cramming for finals, or that busy nurse you mentioned, just stopping to rest isn't practical.
Right, of course not.
If they stop, the whole system breaks down. So how does stepping away actually fix the immediate crisis?
Well, it's only disconnected if you define self-care as a holiday. It doesn't mean abandoning your post.
Okay, then what does it mean?
MindfulGym actually scales it down to a 1 minute or even a 1 second internal reset. They use this mnemonic, the Kindful PAC method. PAC, pause, acknowledge, care.
Pause, acknowledge, care.
Yeah, so mechanically in your brain, you pause your physical movement. You just mentally acknowledge, I am feeling overwhelmed right now. And then you offer yourself one micro gesture of care.
Like what exactly?
Like taking a deep breath, or dropping your shoulders, or just drinking a glass of water. Doing that actually breaks the body's acute cortisol loop.
Oh, I see. So it's not about escaping the situation. It's about regulating your nervous system while you're still in it.
Exactly. Think of a classic Malaysian Cham, right? The mix of tea and coffee.
Oh, sure, yeah.
The sweetness of the milk doesn't magically erase the bitter notes of the tea and coffee. It just makes them palatable. These micro moments of care, they don't erase your heavy burdens, but they give you that emotional buffer to carry them without snapping.
That's a really good analogy. And I'll concede that a collapsed breadwinner eventually becomes a much heavier burden to the family they were trying to support.
Right. Exactly.
So purely functionally, burning out helps absolutely no one. But we are still fighting generations of cultural conditioning here.
Oh, absolutely.
We're taught that true virtue lies in endless sacrifice. How do you reconcile a real-time reset with that deeply ingrained guilt of prioritizing ourselves?
By looking at how we already define compassion, but, doing the math correctly. Take the spirit of the Rasa Sayang song, which the program actually uses beautifully.
Ah, okay.
The idea is, may I, may you, may all be safe, healthy, and happy. True compassion must mathematically include yourself.
Right, because you're part of the all.
Exactly. If you leave yourself out of the all, the whole formula collapses. You are part of the community you're trying to serve.
Wow, that is a fascinating reframe. We really are finding some convergence here, I think. Self-care isn't, stopping the drive forever.
Right.
It's just pausing long enough to put petrol in the tank so you can actually reach your destination.
Precisely. So to summarize the big picture today, the logic is pretty clear. First, you cannot serve from an empty vessel.
Right.
Second, self-care is we care. And third, mindfulness isn't a week-long retreat. It is a highly practical tool you can use on the go.
Which brings us to what you can do right now. If you're feeling overwhelmed today, don't wait for a vacation. Try the Kindful Pack method. Pause, acknowledge, care, before you rush into your next task.
And as we sign off, we want to leave you with this one point for reflection. If your compassion does not include yourself, is it truly complete?
We'll leave you to form your own conclusion on that.
Thank you for joining us on The Debate.